Okay, everybody, welcome to once again the Weekly Tech. I'm packing on with your Weekly Tech news. This one's gonna be shorter than the last one, just because, well, to be honest, I have a giant math test tomorrow. It's not gonna be very easy, but I think I know the material. Plus, I didn't update that much this week, just because of that reason. But yeah, let's get to it. The first thing I wanted to talk about, well, I didn't really have that much because I kind of included the Zune McDonald's thing in my last one, which I believe technically, no, it was last week. Okay, no, it was last week. I was right. Anyways, okay, so we'll start off with Gary Vaynerchuk at the Web 2.0 Expo. Now, I don't know if you guys watched this or not, but he's quite a guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, if you don't really know too much about him, he's he inherited liquor store from his father, I believe, and he turned it from a $4 million a year business to a $50 million a year business, and now he has his own his own company, Wine Library, and his podcast is Wine Library TV. Now, what does that have to do with tech? Well, he's pretty charismatic if you watch the video on the Weekly Tech. And one of the things I like about him is he tells it like it is, basically. And he pretty much tells you that you have to work hard. If you have two jobs, it's still possible, but it's not easy. And, it's you can't get rich. You can't have a huge company just like that. You gotta work at it. You gotta work hard. You gotta do this. But he's a heck of a public speaker, and I highly recommend watching it or his other stuff. His website is GaryVaynerchuk.com. It's VaynerChuk.com. And he was on The Big Idea, Donny Deutsch. He's on Mad Money. I'm not a big fan of that show, but I haven't really sat down and watched it that much, but I've heard it's not that good. And he's on Conan O'Brien too. He was a riot on that, so check that out if you guys get a chance. But yeah, I got this video from Kevin Rose's Twitter site, which is kevinrose.com or kevinrose.com. No, but he does have that site. It's twitter.com/kevinrose, and he said it was a solid performance by Gary Vaynerchuk. So I was like, I'll check it out. And man, I've never watched this stuff before, but after that I was hooked. I just kept looking for more stuff with Vaynerchuk because he's such a he responds to every one of his fans' emails, and like he gets thousands a day, he said, which I guess I believe. He seems like a believable guy, but but yeah, he's really charismatic guy. I highly suggest watching that if you haven't already. But yeah, so that's that, and I'm just looking to see if I missed anything on here. Yeah, no, I highly suggest you watch it, like I said, like 3 times already. But anyways, okay, that's it for that. But did I post that? Oh yeah, I know most of you already know this, but I used to be the weeklytech.wordpress.com. Now I'm just the weeklytech.com. So I entered in Dig Nation's Dig Couch contest, and I'm hoping to get that. So I doubt that'll happen, but it could happen. Basically, for those of you who don't watch Dig Nation, Dig Couch was the contest that they're having, and if you order a domain from GoDaddy, I guess you can order as many as you want, which is kind of stupid, but if you order a domain from GoDaddy and you put the special Dig Couch keyword in or whatever, then excuse me, then there's a chance that they'll come to your house and do a live show there, which would be awesome. I don't know if it's, well, I guess it would be live, but it won't be live. But anyways, yeah, that's all that is. But yeah, so my next and unfortunately last story of this short podcast is titled Android versus iPhone. Now, it's not supposed to be, I'm reading around, and Android is not supposed to be an iPhone killer. It's not supposed to be a rival to the iPhone, which I kind of believe, but there's also Windows Mobile, and I don't really see, and whatever Palm OS has and BlackBerry, I don't really see I think it's just another browser, to be honest. Well, not browser, but operating system on a phone, to be honest. Like, I don't know. As I look at this, it looks like a lot of stuff that's already out. But there's a lot of stuff that it does have, such as the Amazon built-in MP3 store, which I'm a big fan of, because iTunes Store, not bad, but unfortunately, it's still a lot of the stuff is still DRM, and I can't take that. I've stopped buying from iTunes completely. Apple, I doubt you're listening to this, but if you are, you're losing customers because DRM sucks. I want my music to be mine. I want to be able to share it, and I'm going to be pretty open about that. And not so much share it, but for example, Apple, for my MacBook that I have right here, it's crashed on me 4 times. I've gone through three or four hard drives, I believe, already, and it's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, that's my problem. And I always have to, like, my friends always have to authorize my music and vice versa whenever that happened. So it gets to be kind of a pain. And apparently, my friend tried to deactivate all the accounts, and you can only do it a year from when you did it last, which is complete and utter bull crap. So yeah, don't like the DRM. I think I made that pretty clear. It's open source, which is great. It's open source software is free. Anyone can use it. It's based on Java platform, which is great too, because I'm currently a student, which I'm using Java almost exclusively. I mean, I've tried with Python and Jython, but I only really use Java right now, which that's a whole nother story. But yeah, it's open source, which is great because anyone can develop for it. I mean, that's like the iPhone, but there's certain rules and regulations that you have to use for the iPhone thing. There's always, it seems like with Apple, there's always, you can do this cool crap, but then there's all these stipulations, which is not cool. But I guess they have to because they're a big company. But all the Google and the open platform, Open Handset Alliance, that's what it is. They they're a bunch of big companies. I don't understand what the difference is really, but that's just me. But it's $180 for existing T-Mobile customers. Data plan is $25 a month, and that's with limited texting, and $35 a month for unlimited. I think everything. I don't know if that's the case. That's a really good deal, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I would go to T-Mobile's website and check it out before you buy it right away. But full QWERTY keyboard, which is cool, which the iPhone doesn't have, but it's got it built in, so I guess you don't really need it. But hold on, hold on a second. Sorry, let me turn my my phone off of silent here. Expecting a call, but anyways, so copy paste functionality, which the iPhone still does not have, which is unbelievable because I don't know. I know on my iPod Touch it would prove to be useful. I thought it would be an easy implementation, but I guess not. But like I said, it's a touch screen for the HTC Dream for the Google's phone. The G1 is called, if I didn't mention that. And it's got a built-in compass, built-in accelerometer, touch screen, but it's not multi-touch. Not yet, anyways. It depends. I'm still waiting for the HTC Dream, which I think I told you guys about in my last podcast. But big thing about Android is that hold on, I got a message. Sorry about that. But it's got a multiple application runtime support. Which basically means you can run more than one app at once. So you can, like, iPod Touch, iPhone, iPod Touch. You can only run one at a time, which is kind of annoying. But yeah. So this will be a good change. I wonder how it'll work. I don't know if you'll have to go through them with your fingers or whatever, because you can drag and it's kind of multi-touch, but it's not the same thing. But it's October 22nd release. So so yeah. That's really about it for that. So I got distracted. My buddy was telling me that someone's Facebook status ruined the new Office for him. And there's my call, so hold on a second. Oh, okay. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Trying to think where I was here. Oh, in beat. Oh, like I said, I was studying my butt off. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything on the Android, and yeah. So expect more from that. I'm pretty much done with the podcast. I just had to come back and finish what I was gonna say. So more updates on the way. After my math test, calm my nerves, what to do, and that's it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for going to theweeklytech.com, and keep coming.